Hey everybody, it's Swampy's best friend here again with part 2 of our Jonathan and David Chronicles. This story once again is taken from Growing God's Love, a story Bible. Today's story is called David Keeps a Promise. It is based on 2 Samuel chapter 9 verses 1 through 13. How long do you think you should remember a promise to a friend? A day? A week? A month? Or even a year? David made a promise to his friend Jonathan. He remembered it years later and did what he promised. David was king. David and Jonathan were best friends. The last time they were together, David promised to care for any children that Jonathan had. Now King Saul and his son Jonathan were dead. A servant in the king's palace was brought to King David. "Are you Ziba, who worked for King Saul?" asked the king. "I'm ready to serve you," answered Ziba. "Tell me, is there anyone left in Jonathan's family?" King David asked. "I want to keep my promise to Jonathan and take care of his family." "Yes," said Ziba. Jonathan's son, Mephibosheth, whose feet have been hurt since he was 5, is at the house of Machir. "Bring him to me," said the king. When Mephibosheth came before King David, he bowed so low that his head touched the ground. "Are you Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan and the grandson of Saul?" the king asked. "I'm ready to serve you," said Mephibosheth. "I promised your father that I would care of his family," said King David. "All the lands that belonged to your grandfather, King Saul, now belong to you. And you are invited to eat with me and my family here every day." Mephibosheth bowed down to the king again. King David called for Ziba. He told him, "Mephibosheth owns all the land that belonged to Saul. You are to take care of them, but Mephibosheth will live here." "I will do whatever you say, King David," said Ziba. From that day on, Mephibosheth ate with the king, just like the king's sons. That is how David kept his promise to Jonathan. Here. What good news did Mephibosheth hear in this story? See. How do you think King David looked at Mephibosheth when he came to him? Act. King David wanted to keep his promise to Jonathan. To do that, he showed love to Mephibosheth, who was disabled. How could you show love to someone who is differently abled? Alright guys, that's it. Hope you have a great week, and we will see you next time for the next Bible story. Bye!